Bună ziua, dragii mei! Welcome back. I will start the new subject by apologizing both to GM, GCN, and the guy I made a bit of fun of them. And honestly, even though, in my opinion, those jokes were not funny, let's say, or those introduction, those, you know, pleasant moment in the videos were not that, let's say, funny or whatever. Um, it was impolite from me to comment or to expect actually really funny, extreme fun jokes or whatever humor. The British humor you either like, either don't. I watched Mr. Bean, so in the end, tastes of humor are not the same. So that's why I apologize to judge their their content from this point of view, making them clowns and whatever. Secondly, talking about clowns, um, you maybe are wrong if you actually think I am higher than them and I actually make fun of them, the clowns, because I actually have a clown background, let's say like that, with a lot of stories, most of them not fun or just stupid, really stupid, so no fun, which actually make me uh, to go even below than the clown circus whatever jokes, because at least even though that jokes are not fun or don't make you laugh or are just boring, me in my past with other guys I actually had uh, salty jokes, bad jokes, or no jokes at all. We all always hear about this term, which currently is called bullying, whatever bullying stuff. And I was one of those who actually joked with a bully attitude. Not in a way to bully like in the American movies, high school movies or whatever. That one powerful, popular, famous footballer guy who beat the shit out of a geek and steal his sandwich money, but with different remarks, different approaches, which usually made other people feel either uncomfortable, usually or sometimes, and in some even extreme uh, situations, I actually was a uh, no words to describe. So I actually um, have a lot of apologies to present to a lot of people about some acts which I couldn't even back then say they were jokes. So, from this point of view, uh, excuse me for judging also their fun, let's say like this, their pleasant approach for a more digestible content. But in some situations I'm also a big expector, big I have big requirements even in jokes, let's say like that, even in technical stuff, even in whatever. And it's not about only with clowns, with the bully boy, with the geeks or whatever. um, I'm also tough with me, and I was tough with me, and even this let's say bully stuff was applied also to me. So let's say I was my own sarcastic muse, let's say like this. So I also made in the past fun of myself in the same extreme way, let's say like that. So maybe I said a thing about someone which maybe was no fun at all, but the fun thing was his reply about me, "You're stupid." And I also enjoyed that. Sometimes I didn't enjoy that, so I actually tried to move in the other direction. So from laughter and jokes, good, bad, or not even jokes, just some self-sabotage or others sabotage, I tried to move to a more substantial life, a more ethic, more disciplined and productive lifestyle. And even in that, let's say, maybe I was a bit too extreme. So by this I mean, if in general the average standard, let's say like this, was here, in average for a 10 at school you needed to do this, I usually made 1, 2, 3 steps further, if not 10, maybe a 7, if not 7, let's say whatever effort, whatever details. No one could stop me by saying, man, it's enough, you know enough, but rather like a laboratory scientist, I just went more and more and more and more into detail. So let's say without jokes, without a clown attitude, I worked my back, my subject in the same exhaustive, I think that's you called, when you purely go to the end of it to find whatever is at the end. So you put everything you have in you to just work. So if I judged or if I mentioned the jokes, all right, I had a high expectation from their jokes, which let's say is not good, is not bad. In terms of technical stuff, I also came on their on Shimano page, and because Shimano posted their material, their content, I also joined their content, and I had again huge maximum in detail, uh, full throttle to the end expectations. That's me. I'm either full dedicated into stupid shit, either in serious stuff, I like to be involved. I like to put all my energy, and maybe because I have a lot of energy, let's say somewhere it have to flow somewhere because the energy is moving from a high to a lower potential. So maybe it's not my fault, maybe it's just the way I am. And as I said, more so, even though I'm not, as you know, with astrology, horoscope, numerology, whatever, stupid, uh, even though real, but black magic, disgusting stuff, I will present you where I found the idea, which I actually felt inside, that the 10 is the king number. Usually, the number 10 in football or whatever they are, um, in general, at school. Um, by the way, Americans use the A, B, C, D, E to rate their notes. But in Europe, we use from 0 to 10, from 1 to 10, to rate our performance, let's say like that. So, in this way, we can understand that when you speak about the 10, you usually mean perfect, um, spot on, mm, just top of the top stuff. So by this criteria, usually when you talk about 10 stuff, you expect from someone to, let me translate, impeccable, if it exists in English. Impeccable, of course it exists. So they expect a impeccable person from the born to the end. If you're a 10, of course, they expect from you the most. You're impeccable, whatever, you know everything, and whatever. But who say that all your life you need to be a 10? So an actually Dekar, an actually 10 people player, of course, let's say Gheorghe Hagi in our country was a 10. Nadia Comaneci was the first one in gymnastics to actually receive 10 10 10. They didn't even have the 10 on the blackboards or whatever method they used back then. And I don't remember what they did. A 1 with a 0 or something like this. The members of the jury, the jurats, sorry, the jury, whatever, jury, came up with an idea because that was the first time they didn't expected a 10 10 10. So from then to the rest of the history, of course, there is this category of people which strive and they dedicate their life and they keep going on till the grave in a impeccable 10 maximum, you know, way, let's say like this. In other words, there is also a debate about the Spanish and the Italian graveyard heroes graveyard, which here in our country is not like this, but there is in the next way. So they praise, they honor both of the opposition groups in their country. So let's say, for example, liberal with Republican, with Democrats, with whatever other stupid names. Because until in the history will be proven both of these groups in their way, in their connections, in their whatever situations and whatever they somehow fought for their country, even though they were more with the west, more with the east, with the north, with the south, whatever. They were Italians and they somehow wanted more for Italy. In this way, if you are a 10, so in my opinion, man, you are a 10, you always was spot on, and more so, other people say this, you can't be the one and only 10, which was, of course, Jesus Christ. Not even one of us is perfect, even though we say Beethoven, we say Mozart, we say Benjamin Franklin, we say Newton, Einstein, and whoever. Oh, he was a 10, he's, incredible. At some point, and not even at one particular moment, maybe we say, yeah, but he drank too much. Yeah, but he steal too much money from the poor. Yeah, but he lied a lot. Yeah, but his technology was sold for a lot of money. Or yeah, but what does I care? I am poor. I don't care about classical music. I care about popular music, folk music, whatever, which is for the masses, not for a secret whatever small number group, whatever. So in this perspective, you can try to be a 10 each day, each second, each whatever, which somehow is good, but discussing or judging from a human point of view, even though you can observe and you can agree with some characteristics which a person developed and fought for them and believe in them and guard them to don't be made dirty or stepped with your foot on them. So he remained a respectable and a true human, let's say like this, a real human. In the end, we can't say too much about this, because in this way, if we put on a pedestal that person, in the same way, making the comparison, of course, we need to judge thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people saying you're stupid, you're whatever, you don't have the same efficiency like that one, which is a 10. Cristiano Ronaldo is awesome, and my guys in the childhood, which we played football all day long, and foot tennis and whatever, which were not, none of us, Cristiano Ronaldo, were stupid. Doesn't even matter. Cristiano Ronaldo is number one, we are no one. It's wrong. So this is a debate which of course I have in my mind. Also, being born on 10, I actually loved always to push in the let's say best direction, but also to push in the clowns not so good direction, because also there are people, and for me knowledge in general was important, not, let's say, fine classical whatever noble and um, royal royal knowledge, but also common knowledge, even poor knowledge, stupid knowledge, ugly knowledge. Whoever people I felt connected in that way, by me being the ugly, me being the fat, being the stupid, uh, doing again a year at the college, so being the last one, not from these who graduated. I actually found there something interesting. I found there people who were even, let's say, more sad or more unhappy than me, and hopefully I not made that much mistakes in that area. If you try to analyze anything, of course, you can have the entire specter which you can look about, and of course the specter is not good or bad, but is as it is, with nuances and whatever. In this way, of course, if you are not royalty, maybe you ask yourself, but why Queen of England is allowed to do whatever? She actually had her own toilet, wood toilet, something like this. Maybe it's just a story, which traveled in different places so she can be comfortable. So in this way, the rest of the billions, 7 billions of people, which are not royalty, which are not banksters, of course, in some way, because they are not 10, or they don't own billions of trillions, even though they are Cristiano Ronaldo, Gheorghe Hagi, Nadia Comaneci, so somehow good in their field at a period of time. Again, judging by the same rules, not with our hearts, but with a robotic mind, they worth zero. And in this same way, we could very easily adopt the same thing about us, but because it's about us, oh, I am a zero. No, 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 I'm not a zero. So in this way, we would feel attacked, we feel some pain and whatever, which usually unavoidable each one of us feel, because each one of us somehow starts from a ground zero level. If you are, let's say, a teacher, you have first day in school, of course, each one have. If you are in the military, the same thing. Medicine, the same thing. Sports, everything is the same thing. So you learn more, you progress, and in this way, if you somehow reach a high level in that um, particular, let's say, job or whatever thing, you as a person know also how is to be a noob, an amateur, then experimented, and so on. So how much you want to progress and to scale the things brings you that knowledge. Some people remain in only one field, for example, Einstein or whoever, who was a physician. Newton was more than that. Galileo Galilei with his things. uh, Leonardo da Vinci, what could you be? What could you name he to be? A scientist, a politician, a black magic whatever, a crazy man, whatever. What can you say about him? You can say a lot. So in this way, each one of us is a mix, but again, starting from me judging their jokes. Oh, not that a funny joke. At least that though their jokes, let's say like this, were polite, and me, who also in my background have a lot of salty, unpolite jokes, stupid jokes, or bully jokes, or whatever, maybe I should shut up. Let me show you the last portion of the video where was presented this idea that 10 also have the 0 and 1 in his components, and why somehow I am alright with being honest with you and telling you that I'm not a 10, I'm not a master, or I'm not a master in only good things, but I'm also a master in the most stupid things which you could imagine.
Dragă ascultătorule și neascultătorule, cum îți doresc eu să devii liber și mai inteligent decât tine însuți, tu carte și esență de vino. Și acum, la sfârșit, e bine dacă am devenit un pic mai inteligenți, mai înțelepți, mă tem că nu, permiteți-mi ca să tac 10 secunde, fiindcă 10-le e numărul rege. El îl are și pe 0 și pe 1.
Hopefully this make you to reflect a bit. The idea is not to actually learn something or to change yourself, but maybe to open a bit the heart and let the weight on your shoulders if this is possible. In this way, because I talked to you about, let's say, my background in fails, let's say, in jokes, in stupid jokes, in whatever, even though it's a discussion about a different topic. Let me present that in the end, even though we talk about technical stuff and things like this, without me being like I presented that I am involved, paying attention not to details, but to the details in the Alice in the Wonderland. So you enter into a hole and into a black hole and you exit on the other end. So until the end I don't stop, let's say like this, with the details. That's me, and that's why maybe I can't accept whatever is not that well of in-depth presented, or which is just, let's say, superficial from a technical point of view. Me personally, maybe I'm not satisfied. Maybe I feel a bit betrayed because I watched 15 minutes and I didn't actually nude if I need 2 piston or 4 piston, but without a a high discipline level, as the saying say, let's say like this, what you tolerate, you are what you tolerate. So if if I tolerated stupid jokes, I received back stupid comments. I also could received even more of that, and to be honest, I need to apologize to a lot of people, and I'm actually ashamed of a lot of people for what I made to them, even though I somehow suppose they don't even remember those things, they don't care, they maybe said, oh, that was a stupid colleague of us or whatever, and they moved on somehow. But I know that was not easy, trying to imagine and to put myself into that situation. About what you tolerate in the bad, what you tolerate in the good, let's say, or in your strive for perfection, or into your hard work part, not just idiotic stuff. Let's watch this thing. And first of all, I observed yesterday that you can't observe that well this screen. This button always is making problems. Come on, please. Please work. My finger is hurting. Like this. Alright. So this is only one example where us yesterday talking about brakes and feeling and control and fine, very fine details, important details, which I value, but other people maybe don't value. They just, recreate and have a hobby, or take a breath of fresh air with their whatever new, old, performant entry-level bike. For me, for my curiosity, because I was actually that involved to the end of the equation, to like is the number p, if you know, after the decimal number you have a continuous cycle of non-repeating values, so even the computers, the modern computers, cannot solve and to say this is the last value, this is the exact p number, 3.14 whatever it's after the decimal and whatever. So for as much I could process and to do, why is this thing or making photos to me? I can't understand this. Is my face, is my gesture, I can't understand. This is fourth photo in 20 seconds. So I actually saw the spot, the detail in this video, in this particular example. That's why I entered into overtake that into the even more pressure environment. I kept a strategy, I paid attention, and I executed the move. The idea is, if I'm very tough with these fine details, is because I actually valued these details is not just a noise from my mouth. Oh, incredible balance, precision, power, control, modulation, whatever, stupid. To apply it somewhere on the moon, or to, play a game, a computer game in which you can restart or whatever. These were very serious uh, equations which I went through. I don't say I enjoyed or I actually solved by myself. Also, God allowed me multiple times to just increase my knowledge without paying, as my colleagues actually let me to escape without paying the price uh, for my jokes, salty jokes, let's say like this, or for my boldness, daring, intrepidity, daring to do uh, brave or stupid acts like this one. So yeah, somehow I managed to know and to do these moves, and with 4 pistons in the front, with a approach of whatever, man, it doesn't matter, stupid details. uh, how that guy said, to be happy, to be happy, you can be happy with a lot of power. I wouldn't be happy. I would have been crushed by these iron cars, a ton of piece, a ton a piece, one, without any protection, just a helmet, the most cheap one from Decathlon. So with happiness, with things like that, it's not enough, and that's why I mention details, and the details of the details, and then even details squared of the details, sum, summun, divided, and again squared, and whatever, equations of the details. So let's see the idea, how it looks. Approaching, always position myself, yourself, somehow at the AKA for the trucks and other heavy duty equipment or vehicles, in the blind spot. This here is not a blind spot because I have the gold handlebar into his mirror. If I'd be here, maybe he wouldn't see me, so I approach slowly from not a blind spot to the back. You can see this is a hook used usually to pull different cargos and whatever. Somehow I'm here close, you can see the direction of the wheel. Of course, nowhere to go into this moment. You can see here the mirror, which in general I would have managed to pass these guys very, very hard by me coming by this way from here with the bike like this, and then into into the position, into this position, to avoid that mirror, and also he has a mirror here, to somehow lean the bike, surpassing the right guy first. This exact technique was applied here. So the main inconvenient here was the left mirror. I overcome both mirrors in a hard way, of course, but because this one here stepped on the brakes, this should have been a very crazy move to keep accelerating, but in the right, because this one with Fiat went constant, kept moving constant. I knew that even though this continued to accelerate, somehow I would have to be more cautious to the right mirror. As you can see here, this is just few centimeters ahead from this one. This mirror maybe is 5-10 centimeters ahead. Just a bit. Maybe the model, the size, the shape matters, but somehow is there. In this way, as I said, they are almost at the same level. This guy, as I said, advanced a bit, but with no acceleration. This is the time for him to slow down, because this guy don't slow down. So even though theoretically I could just follow him, this was a very technical stuff, which with the strategy led to a opposite result. You can see here now that his mirror actually is closer. So my expectation was exactly that, and because it was closer, again, the solution could have been also to go from the first time to left, but his moves were unpredictable. I actually put more of my trust into him going constant than to him, because I didn't know when he would stop and whatever. And in this moment you can see that it would have been a not that big mistake, but anyways, I somehow preferred to just play safe, if you can name this safe. So this is in the back here. Again, he's accelerating. As you can see here, he overtook this guy. His wheel is in the same way. Anyway, the cars are a bit different. You can see here mirrors are almost in the same spot, but of course anticipating a braking from this direction, I didn't wanted to come up with the handlebar over his mirror to anticipate the other point, which should usually be fixed. So for example, in this particular case, I actually measured the constant mirror, and with my left I moved but the right was just taking the contour of the constant mirror and the left was moving. If I'd had to go in the other way, so for the left, to anticipate somehow the moving, braking, whatever, of course I had in that moment two moving mirrors and the precision was influenced in any second, in any way, shape, or form by his reaction, by his speed reaction, which of course would have been even harder for me to solve. Going back to this one, so very important mention, the hook, the distances, again moving and keeping a constant pace with this guy. After I crossed the hook, even though the wheel is pointing there, my center of mass is around here. I try to move away from the hook. Again, from the same situation, for me to overcome between these cars, I had to somehow come from here and with again the same right mirror move as I presented you in the tunnel, somehow I should have kept the reference point on the right constant mirror, and as you can see, this guy is not the constant, is braking whatever moves he has to make, and in the same way to go in the right, so overcoming the right car as the standing obstacle and the left car as the moving, which made me the problems. Me being here, I actually in all seconds looked from the rear tinted with blue window. Of course, if I had a car like this, a van or whatever, which I actually, you can see, I overcome. Again, tactical thing tell me to look ahead, to look whatever the front cars are doing, but the idea was next one. In this second, I actually told in my mind, do it, come on man, hai mă, bagă, dai mă, hai. Which of course referred to braking. So even though I actually studied from his window, I was avoiding the position of this hook, dangerous hook, 10 millimeters towards me, which could of course could have presented a dangerous mistake to catch my wheel. I was because the pressure was big and the adrenaline pumped from this save here, crash save somehow. So left, right, right, left, whatever. Touching his mirror with my glove. No problem to the mirror, no problem to my hand, but anyways. I actually tried the same thing to take the fixed obstacle on the right and to go over the the mirror, but it was not possible. Not enough space. Here was also a limit. You can see here is a hole, no problem, but advancing you can see it got near to no space, and with a T-shape, of course, you can adjust from the perpendicular with the ground. Whatever you can do, you can adjust the spaces. In this case, of course, it was impossible to overcome this situation better than this exact particular case I managed to create without crashing harder than I actually crashed. You can see here a solution to lean inside was not possible. Also, to lean inside and recover, so left and then to counter steer to the right was impossible, not enough space. The other one is also close to the right, close to the red car, so the left one was impossible. Maybe I could just very easy wheel up and solve it, but in that moment I actually put my money and I actually thought that somehow it will touch my hand, just, you know, slightly, you know, gentle, with no problem, with no harshness, but it wasn't possible, you know. It was not possible to do it better than this, with or without crash. You can see my wheel is almost touching this limit here. The problem would have been, because here is a limit too, this is in few centimeters or 1 or 2 centimeters into my direction, and this more black, green, whatever wall was outwards. So it was a big mistake, serious problem, if my handlebar would have actually got caught into this limit and I couldn't raise my hand, or in the same situation to somehow get my hand trapped into this space here, either in front, because here is not at my level, but anyways could have been a even more dangerous, nasty situation. Of course, with the thing I always avoided with success, to actually touch people's car, paint and dent their cars. I actually cared about, and as a extreme performant master, as you can see, all these tiny extreme finesse situations usually and mostly and totally was based on avoiding creating problems to the other people. Here you can see I already touch maybe on the extreme point, because after just a second it bounces upwards and then into the mirror. So basically I somehow managed to cross on this tight section at the limit, left with right, and only that much, maybe 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeters, I needed more in the left. So it was very, 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 very tight. The most tight in this video situation, which of course I should and I could and I tried to manage without touching, but apparently it was not possible. In this way, as I said, I could just pop the rear wheel, and with my hands over the mirror I could have landed and moved to the right. This is not a as I said, oh, big mistake. Just a second. For example, in this situation, also starting with the wheelie, with even more sluggish shifter, whatever different bike configuration. This one being actually a very, very, very balanced one. Sharp as a katana, if I can name it like that. Very, very precise, both on the rear wheel, both on two wheels, both to corner, both to jump, both to whatever you can imagine, or all, everything you can imagine was very balanced. And I'm talking now about this moment, for example, which I could have popped the rear wheel, but as you can see here, it was a bit hard because I needed to come here somehow in this position to lean a bit to the right, which of course was tight, maybe not that tight as in this situation where I actually touched, but I was in a very, very riskful situation to touch somewhere in the right and then just complete on the back wheel crash into their cars, even more bad. So in this way I tried to somehow avoid this useless risk, this crazy, even more crazy situation, and try actually as much possible to solve this equation in a way, for example, into the planes or pilots or whatever situations. We know there is also an emergency landing, which I don't know if is practiced or how much or how often practiced, but we have, or everyone should have in mind that an emergency landing somehow, even though it's not good or it can happen, it's better to land in an emergency like that and somehow save the situation or make it a bit better or not that severe or hard. And it is not just happening by itself. Usually if some people are saved or the plane is saved, or you can understand, it's better than a total tragedy or whatever. The same way for the bicycle, or for my path, or for my past, or for my background. Of course, in mind, I had like a pilot, like a whatever, race car pilot, airliner pilot, ship pilot, whatever. I had somehow in mind that it's possible to mess up, and some estimation were made in each situation. How much can I mess up? Do I prefer to risk now? Do I prefer to do in the other way? Is there a chance to avoid it? Can I do this? Can I do that? And whatever. I actually have this whole philosophy about this thing, because usually people somehow thought about me and judged me. Man, you ride fast, people, whatever. What if I'm coming like this and you hit me with 30 k's per hour into the whatever and the whatever? Which, of course, if you just say 30 k's per hour, you with a bike, so basically a bike, but not with a car, you with a bicycle. Me with a bag, with a ice cream, yeah, not nice either for me, either for you. But of course, there were techniques, there were personal, uh, you know, methods. Like, there are a lot of people, a lot of ways. Not all pilots are in the same way. There are also hero pilots and whatever, which I will show you an example. Even though not everything is under their control, they much rather uh, put them in a more bad position to save your life, or the passenger life, or whoever life, to make the situation as good as possible in that specific case, but not for you, not for me in the first place, but for you. So sacrificing, let's say like this. There were different situations where, of course, the contact happened, but the idea was how contact happened. Because if there was, let's say, any other uh, rider, any other, you, if you were on the bicycle, of course you would have entered with the wheel into my feet, or you tapped the brakes and you would jump into my back, or you locked the rear wheel and cut me either with the chain rings, with the cogs, either on the left side with the discs. You would cut me my legs, or my trousers, my jeans, and would have been even more severe and bad with an approach like that. In an imaginary situation, for example, me touching your hand, and I almost, for example, so this is fiction, not reality. Maybe I risk to throw your phone on the asphalt. It's just a fiction, I don't know, but that's the idea. I touch your hand, but in the same situation, someone else would have just go straight into you. There are of course a lot of mentioning, which can be in a different way, which is, but why are you with your bike, between pedestrians or whatever? So you are going faster and I'm here vulnerable or whatever. in the same way, we can say, but why am I with my bicycle between the cars, 1 ton, 2 ton cars, without me any airbag, any safety uh, belt, safe with any safety belt, just with some helmet, cheap helmet, 20 euro helmet, in the heat, no seat, no air conditioning. Why am I here and you are the in the car? More so, we can say, but why you are not paying attention to motorcycle riders? Why? Because they are also vulnerable. You care about them? No, fucking donators of a liver, of a hand, of whatever. So if you're a bit fair, I actually went everywhere I went. Of course, with desire, with high expectations, with fear, with adrenaline, but I also, I think I um, somehow, let's say like this, I put you, your safety and your car, your whatever, higher than me. Um, and if it was possible to never touch me with you, me with whoever other person, I was somehow scared, sick of people. I was actually wanting to run to the end of the planet, to don't see the people, to don't touch, to don't talk to anyone, to just uh, avoid everyone else. That's actually what I did. I tried to avoid anyone else, running from somebody else, and going towards somebody else. So in a perpetuous and continue running towards nothing from nothing and so on. The idea is I actually had this quality, this limits, which today are not anymore. That was, like I could say, a natural thing, a spontaneous, a safe way to keep myself in in existence, not happy, not sad, not one, not zero, so not good, not bad, just to keep existing. Was, as you know, it's said for of course for bicycles, whoever said, for you to keep the balance you have to pedal. I would have another example. If you want to don't drown, you need to swim. So in the same way, for me, worked to run. For other people, work to fight. So they start from the idea that whoever is in their front is their enemy. So like for a ram or for a bull, if they see movement in their face, they just attack. Like for a cobra, for a snake, if they feel some danger, something, they strike. I actually felt uh, safe to just run, to come close, and just when the electric spark, arch, whatever it's called, I will show you a photo. Electric arch. So for example, when the electric arch started somehow to happen, to present signals, because of course you can feel the tension, the whatever thing, exactly in the same way I felt comfortable to come close and then run away from the situation, in the idea to avoid, of course, whoever was next to me. I treated fair each and everyone. I know I scared a lot of people, because to just uh, someone that close to you. So if a motorcycle, for example, on the highway scares you, it was, closer to the mirror, or somehow it is with noise. Maybe you expect that, maybe you don't. You're on a highway, you're in traffic, whatever. But to actually to feel, uh, if I just blow air, you will feel on the hair, on your skin, a thing, but also to have that surprise element, which for me was my safety situation, for example, because I didn't want it to make contact, to start a conversation or whatever, and also to feel in your hand the movement. I actually, if I just move like that fast without touching my skin at a decent uh, distance, few centimeters, I actually feel the movement. And this is not 30 kilometers per hour or an entire body or something like that. So of course, maybe some people were scared by me. I also actually was very scared by a lot of people, or people in general, or people who I interacted with. Or if it's not about scare, I was mad about people. I was disappointed in the college at that time of the human essence, let's say like this, each one for itself, a jungle, a human jungle, no, let's say, altruism and other support, just each one to try to get from the other one, and in the end, the weak one is eaten, and the strong one kick the ass of everyone who's below him, even on the podium. So on the podium, if you are number one, of course, you are you are so much more happy, because you took the other one's space on the podium, in the race, in the notes on a race, in exam, in whatever other contest. Which for me, of course, at that time, also with all this sensitivity and emotions, because of course the actual situation on board was extreme calmness, so 1 or 0, whatever named, extreme calmness. So you need to think clearly, to be patient, to be calm, as we say, to think cold as ice or something like this. But also you could feel the danger, you could feel the effort, because you were sweating, whatever, scared. So both emotion at the maximum level, and both calmness and just an observer an objective observer was on board. I couldn't accept this competition, this unfair play in general, unfair play. So the opposite of fair play, unfair play. And usually people had this expectation from me. Oh, I'm not fair in the college, I'm not fair in the traffic, you know, I cut you with my car to reach one position further, I cut you, I take your parking place, and I mean now car with car, car versus car, so the same level. um, with motorcycle, again, oh, you stupid, whatever, stupid, uh, with a tiny bit of difference, car, motorcycle, oh, those stupid, whatever, oh, they rev the engine and they ask me to make some space for them to pass. Who are you, idiot, to ask me to make some space for you? Stay like me here. Why do you filter between cars? Oh, whatever. So everyone is not paying so a lot of people in general don't pay respect, are not reciproc, or they don't treat with reciprocity um, the other ones which are in their category, let's say. So even with cars, that's the idea I try to develop. They sneak on each other, they try to somehow get an unfair advantage when they have an advantage, an obvious advantage. Like for example, I'm in my car, you are with your bicycle off, you know, I don't care about you, whatever, even though I'm in extreme hot or in extreme cold, or I'm vulnerable because I don't have safety or other things like you, I don't care, go, whatever. So in the same situation, charging myself with all this, what I observed in around me, in detail, like how I studied my, let's say, bicycle things and so on, like this, I actually in the same way observed even the, let's say, other things, interpersonal things, engineering things, college things, human things. All of them were in the same powerful way and clear way in me at the fine detail. And the idea is they charge you somehow, electrical, positive, negative, doesn't matter, or me, they charge me. And in the same way, even though if I was um, me, the one vulnerable, and you were higher than me, so you were in a car, you were safe, you were whatever, and me being vulnerable, I just make everything possible to just go and do the thing. In the same way, when you were vulnerable and me on the bike, so you were without your car and me with the bicycle, so I have 5, 10, 15 kilo more. Again, I went for the beat, for my place, with the same attitude, with the same respect, of course, but the proportions meant nothing. Usually people, when they said to me, oh, but why are you riding like this? Go to ride with riders. Go to be equal with those equal to you, even though we are not equal with those equal with us. even though we like an advantage, for example, even though we would like to take your parking lot, parking spot, parking whatever. Even though me with a car, I don't give a hoot about that vulnerable motorcyclist. Alright, you don't give a hood about motorcyclist. Let me pass with my bicycle, not motorcycle, around you, and to for you to see how it's like to be vulnerable. And the motorcyclists are vulnerable to be hit with 1-ton car, and they can die, and they die with the car you hit, and you kill motorcyclist by don't caring. You stay on your stupid phone at air conditioning in some music, and you kill the one motorcyclist. I don't care, he rode with speed, whatever. Alright? Me with my bicycle, I didn't had 150 an hour or 1 ton, and I was also fair, like I was in the traffic when I was vulnerable, when you were vulnerable, and I also raced with the riders for the sake of comparing and to competition from the equal level. And even in that situation, I actually think I rode honorable, not doing nasty stuff as a lot of times happen, even at the same level. So with an important difference in safety or whatever other people think. And it's very important to know your craft, to work your ass, to be disciplined, to respect whoever is next to you, to race only with yourself, to don't race stupidly, to just desire to make to harm the environment, to just destroy whatever. I have a bad day, F off to everybody, just F off. You there, is there a Mr. Bean? Mr. Bean in the car showing I don't think I will find that. I know. Finger. So you have a bad day. Sorry for this advertisement. I don't use YouTube Premium, and I will not use. So I have a bad day, you have a bad day, and with all respect, wait. I have a bad day. So, what he showed me? Oh, nice. For me and for you and for the rest of the planet, for the rest of the day. Oh, mademoiselle. Oh, good evening. Oh, I had a bad day. Hello. Oh, hello, girls. Oh, nice. Oh, you old man there. Oh, take you. Hey, kid, come here. Yeah. So, that's the idea. So, I had, of course, bad days, good days, but I always, or as much as possible, I tried to remain consistent, to remain human, to stay true to my craft, to don't do stupid things, to don't risk the other people integrity just from a revenge, from whatever other stupid feeling or stupid attitude. I felt pressure, I felt good and bad in my life. Of course, the fuel inside were also desire which came from good things, from bad things, from failure, and from success. The idea is next one, which I already said. Even though I was in some cases vulnerable, I still had the mission to go on my own, on my capabilities, on my risk, let's say. So me risking myself, my situation, and also when I had the power and the other one were vulnerable, I actually um, pushed and tried as much possible to uh, to protect them. And now I will present you a hero, a pilot, uh, which they crashed with a airplane here in Romania, a small Cessna, and actually he was the pilot was the only one who died. So on board were I think five people I think were on board. um, 5 or 4 people I think were on board. He actually was trapped inside. No, there were 5 people. So yeah, were 5 people.
Concluzii ale medicilor legiști, Adrian Iovan și studenta Aura Ion au supraviețuit accidentului aviatic. Pilotul a murit din cauza frigului și a rănilor suferite. El a avut și o hemoragie internă după ce a rămas prins sub caroseria aparatului de zbor. Când au ajuns salvatorii, l-au găsit într-adevăr decedat. Studenta Aura Ion a supraviețuit și ea momentului impactului, dar a intrat în stop cardiorespirator imediat după aceea. Medicul Radu Zanfir a efectuat manevrele de resuscitare, însă tânăra nu a mai putut fi salvată. Legiștii au stabilit că ea a murit din cauza hipotermiei cu lacrimile înghețate pe obraz.
Cazurile.
And this is the plane, how the wrecked plane is looking like. The idea why I presented you this tragedy, because it was a tragedy, is for you to have this feeling inside you, more important, or this mission inside you, or this attitude inside you, to don't be cocky, or to don't revenge either on the people cars, let's say like that, because they don't catch you, you know, smack their mirror or whatever you see on YouTube, either for vulnerable people, you know, just scare them, whatever happened the last summer. I was practicing, I will actually post a video practicing brake skids, and his wife with his or her mother, whatever, 3 people, 3 grown-up people, 40 years old, something like this, and her mother, I think, sweared me with the organ, the masculine organ, to me, man, you and your whatever, and I was with music in. Why? You scared whoever on that side for fun, you know, just you stay in park and you scare people no reason. And me don't knowing what happened, man, what are you talking about? I don't even know you. I scared you. I scared who? Why? And we came back. I got the idea that they are crazy. That wife, from that wife, I think everything started, because she was actually uh, very, very on fire against me. And I think that stupid uh, husband just had to solve whatever problem the wife created, which for me was not the first time. I actually, in the same park, once was hit in the face with the knuckle by someone, because the wife said and started to scream, "Oh, you, they, whatever, whatever." She jumped in front of my bike, stopped me on the handlebar, started to whatever, and the guy, the husband, just came and smacked me in the face. We talked. I said, "Man, I have this. I was filming. I have this camera here. Let's watch. Let's replay, because I don't know why you hit me, or if I need to fucking kick your ass here." And he said, "Man, you film? Yeah. Maybe we should know what you did." He say me, "I don't know what you did, but I heard her screaming, and I thought you made something, and I punched you in the face." He punched me in the face. At the end, guess what? He kissed me, "Man, sorry, whatever," and he went. So, the idea is next one. You go somewhere, be responsible, pay attention, try to avoid things, do your job, do your thing. Of course, you can receive a good opinion from someone. "Man, go on the mountain and stay there. Go in the forest and leave us alone here in the city with your effing bicycle. We are enough of you, of motorcycle, of my neighbors, of myself. I just can't take anymore. Just go in the mountains. Pay me the ticket on the train, and I go. Pay my boss to take a day off, and I go. If not possible, or we don't negotiate like that, then who are you to tell me to go somewhere else?" For me, going on the street, people on the street tell me, "Go on the sidewalk." People on the sidewalk tell, "Go in the street." If you go, or they on the sidewalk tell you, "Man, go in the park." You go in the park, they say, "Man, go on the street." You go on the street with a street bicycle, so Tour de France, race, bicycle, aero, whatever. Whoever dumb idiot might fucking kill you, like Nikki Hayden died. Maybe you don't know. A stupid idiot fucking female in a fucking Peugeot, not paying attention, fucking killed this MotoGP champion, world champion in MotoGP, American, the kid from Kentucky, and he didn't died on the racetrack, he died on his bicycle, he died on his road bicycle somewhere in Italy, because a fucking idiot didn't pay the attention, So not touch a bit with the mirror and sorry man, I didn't have space. She just fucking struck on the middle of the car and killed him on the spot. So you recommend me to go on the street, to go in the park, to go on the sidewalk, to go where? On the mountain? Alright, create me a nice place in the mountain. Oh, then you will find on the mountain different hikers, different campers. So you're right there, you are concentrated. You want to just go and release the energy. You find some mother. I can't present you this. Some idiot who shit exactly on the trail. Or some idiots who, sorry, they make sex on the trail. And there was a guy coming with his GoPro and actually laughed very, 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 very hard. Seeing those idiots fucking on the mountain bike trail. It was just crazy. So where can you go to just being able to somehow exist? Because people say go there, go there, go there, go there. So don't go nowhere. If you are between cars and it's dangerous for you, do what's required. In case there are possibilities for you to make mistakes, to have problems, try to solve those problems in best way as possible, and make a balance. But if it's about the vulnerability of the other people, like for example in the park or whatever, then they are more important than you, because you're the one who is there with a bicycle and whatever. They are more important and you have to respect that. If you are in traffic and they are with their car, also they are important, because you don't want to touch their car, to create problems, to call the police, to whatever other situations. But as safety thing, you need to protect yourself, to protect your thing, and to pay as much attention, as much effort required to complete the mission with success, not with ego, not with achievements, not with the television. Oh, here is the best rider or whatever. No, just do your job, be humble, be safe, arrive home or to work or to whatever. If it's possible to help someone, do it, no problem. If it's possible to not create problems to other people or to make them angry. Hey man, you touch me, you scratch my car, oh you did me whatever, and you come back and swear and argue with a lot of people. I can't take this anymore. There are in Romanian language and in other language for I think more than 10 years a lot of so-called bicyclist influencers, members, whatever, who, if there is a car coming here and whatever space, whatever imperfect thing, whatever things like that, they just stay there and argue with that people. Man, you know, here is whatever, I am in the right to be here. You, what are you doing? You scared me. Why you drive like that and whatever stupid shit. I can't that. And I can't take that. It's pure BS. Even though, as I said, you put the attention to don't create problems, to make stress for other people. If they somehow made a mistake, pressed you a little bit, is not a brain surgery. to go with a car day by day by day by day by day in a city to watch everything, and to in the end made everything perfect, number 10, as I said. So everyone in around me need to be a 10, you know, need to be perfect in traffic, not noobs, not idiots, not whatever. So everyone to be a 10, because this is the starting of this discussion, to be a 10. And please don't annoy me, don't press me a little bit, respect me and whatever. It's life, it's not artificial technology, and you're also not perfect. So in this way, if someone made a mistake to you, please just, if possible, keep going on. That's the end, you know. Don't escalate into even more losing time. That one is staying there. Oh man, whatever. I knew everything. Uh, so if define tiny details, which will continue again very soon now, because I actually talk about a lot of personal um, interior processes, which I don't think help no one, or is nobody interested. But anyway, the idea is next one. You lose time. So for me, for example, I already knew that if someone see me right here that I went on red, or on red light or whatever thing, he already said, man, why you ride on red? Why don't you stay? You come too close to my car. I already knew that. Why need I to lose time to stay and to explain him, to make the dialogue? Man, I was going fast, you were close. Where do I need? Because I don't have space, that much space. And that one saying from there, yes man, but you can wait, you are with your bicycle, whatever, we are staying here. And then, I don't have time. I don't have time, I don't have patience. I knew I could, like with intelligence artificial, with ChatGPT, if I ask him, create a dialogue between a cyclist and a... I actually do that. Create a dialogue and cyclist and a driver which did not signal. 10 replies from each one. What's your problem? Could you at least signal before turning? Driver, relax, I didn't think it was a big of a deal. Cyclist, not a big deal, you nearly made me crash. That's my life you're playing with. Driver, I'm sorry, okay, I just didn't think it mattered. Cyclist, it matters, a little warning, my life could have saved someone's life, you know. Driver, I wasn't paying that much attention to you, I guess, I was on my telephone. Well, you should be, you're driving a 2-ton vehicle, I'm on a bike, you have to be more careful. Yeah, you're right, I could unbend better riding fast. Speeding doesn't give you a right to endanger me. I have the right to be on the road too. I don't know, I know. You should signal. What happened? I really hope not. Maybe next time before. I actually did this, which is funny, stupid. But how could I show you this if I didn't make this? And this is actually interesting and unique. I didn't thought about this idea until now, which is stupid. Alright, stupid. If I'd be serious and try to explain you whatever, you wouldn't understand the humor in the seriosity, or the seriosity into the comical situations like this. So please, try to understand something. If it's possible to not make other people a problem, to lose time, to make more stress in traffic, don't do it. Don't do it because it's just a lose of time. Now, because I said if you can actually help someone or whatever, you can see the numbers on my channel. This is Fight in Traffic, Bucharest Incredible, translated from Romanian, which of course is a proof that interesting stuff, details, technical stuff, safety, control of the bicycle, methods for traffic to make things more fluent, to lose less time in traffic, and whatever other serious stuff, useful stuff, not like this discussion 1 hour 45 until now, could somehow just be there. When it comes to fight, to in Romania is not with shootings, that's in the USA, but with swear, with maybe a small road rage or whatever thing. Oh man, you crossed on the red, I crossed on the whatever stupid other argument. I can ask ChatGPT to make a driver-driver discussion and whatever. These things are, as you can see, not important. I have 210k views on a situation in traffic with problems with kicking and blood and different other things, but the rest of the bicycle whatever stuff, which even though is somehow controversial in the fine detail of maybe, for example, a brake or a balance or a situation to whatever, is not important. Now, of course, I could have made the entire channel gravitate around intrigue, conflicts, observing different special idiot rare moments in traffic, because I had the ability to do that, and to create a large community, a lot of members, a lot of money, a big name to promote and to be sponsored or to recommend you products or whatever. But the idea about that thing is it is not fulfilling for me. It's not my thing. As I said, I'm either a big failure, either a excellent player, an excellent master, let's say like that. And to be in that way, just there with my abilities, with that refined thing, to just waste the talent, the effort, the whatever, just to make numbers, money, and hunt the stupidness in traffic or whatever. It's with the bikes, I don't have also time, I don't also have patience for things like that. I also enjoy riding. I don't ride just to live, to create problems, conflict, whatever life brings me. Even though in all this time, in all these moments, I actually had conflicts. I actually had tough moments, arguing, even as I said, conflicts and things like this. To be filmed or to film, yes, one time I actually filmed when I was kicked, and my phone was dropped on the phone. I didn't kick back. Another time I was kicked in the face. I kicked back, so one shot to one shot, and then I hugged the other person, a tall person, a tall guy. With other occasion, which I didn't receive even today, the money for a scratch break. I don't expect, to be honest, just for a scratch. But the other dude was a faggot. I actually sweared him for not according attention and cutting me front. He came up from his car. He me, I you. He stroked me with his. He punched me in the face, and then I punched him back. The police came. They said it's not possible to say with precision that you were defending yourself or whatever. He said that I punched him first. I said I punched him second, and nothing happened. So of course there is actually tension. There is actually tough moments, as you can understand in this way. In any way, shape or form, there is whatever you can imagine. There is death, there is fun, there is also pleasure. A lot of people, for example, don't cycle in Bucharest. They are sick of it. They go on whatever trip in mountain, in forest, in whatever. They actually are convinced that, man, I don't ride anymore in Bucharest. Oh, F off with that nonsense there, with that traffic. Without that, we don't have special tracks for bicycles in this city. All those cowboys there with our rights to be there also, they don't give a hoot about us, and we feel in danger and whatever. It's a mix of everything. So that's why I'm actually aware that even though it's about bicycles or not bicycles, here I'm with my bicycle. I was actually going to learning material resistance, and seeing this in traffic, I couldn't actually, somehow intervene and calm down the spirits. Easily with a bicycle in traffic, I chased these two cars with gypsies or whatever nation they were. And of course, like this, I had maybe not that intense, but other films which I didn't posted because I somehow tried to not make my channel big on fights, on conflict, on clownery, on jokes, on stupid or whatever, but on fine details, let's say like this, on precision, on hard work, and let's come back and let's see the level of precision, let's say like this. What I'm still talking about, precision of possible, impossible, or whatever. Again, this situation with the car with tinted window, with the hook not being able to overcome from the right, now waiting for him to break as a taunt between two cowboys ready to shoot each other, even though I am vulnerable and almost uh, in situation to be uh, you know you know and him just saying, man, not my problem, I was in front, he didn't kept the distance, not my problem. Or the other one in the rear to have some problems, man, I couldn't stop, he's an idiot in my front, and he also need to have a case at so if you actually hurt someone but not with the intention, with whatever, you also have some problems legally, so whatever. And in that high pressure moment, I actually said, Haimo, let's go, push that brake, push it, now go, in this second. And I was actually like in World of Tanks, when you stay to snipe, or in Counter Strike, when you stay with your eye on snipe, just ready to launch the bullet when the smallest move appear, whatever thing happen, just to alright, to react fast, like for example Formula 1 drivers make with whatever thing. No, it's like this, so someone drop it from here and they need to catch it, something like this. So it's a reaction speed. I actually posted some materials about Bruce Lee and his partners about speed of reaction, speed like energy, which is momentum, which is speed, as I said yesterday with brakes. It's about speed, heat also, heat. And whatever, for the eye to be connected also to the muscle, so when the light, the red light in the brake lights appear, what? Brake, four piston brake, touch, power, in every second, power. Even if you climb, you go downhill, power. No, man, it's not like that. I actually had a backup plan, which I will not describe in this situation in more fine details, because it's enormous. It's it's too much for especially for those who don't road or don't understand the finesse. But anyway, when the lights come on, alright, you exactly like with the fish, when you feel a bit in the whatever it's called, that string, and when he touched, you caught him, and then you start to just whatever is happening. I don't fish, and I never fished with Shimano tools or Daiwa or whatever, but anyways, he did it. So actually he stroked me, he punched me with that move. And I mean this guy punched me and I punched back, even though it was not about who punched who and how and whatever. It was a fight. It was freestyle fight. As you know, it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes long. It's live. It's not cutted here, cutted there, edited here, edited there, or whatever thing. It's just, alright, let's go. Let's see what we find today in the street. And how close and how painful into the hand at that red car in the mirror. And whatever and whatever and whatever. Just let's go. Play. I put my headphones, I put my sunglasses, and then the game begins. I just play and do my best. So in this way, by me as a biker trying to avoid being the one vulnerable in this situation, I played the vulnerable position as well as possible, as in a chess match or whatever other sport, and I won. Let's say I played that. I made a successful move. In the same situation, but the roles changing as for playing partners. So this time I'm the dangerous one and someone else, as I said in the park, is the vulnerable. The same approach, but also the same respect to not touch the other one. You know, it like in football, even though today, so today you see this in football the most clear. You just touch a bit and that one is on the field there, you know, oh my god, oh, red card please, oh, and you go there and you watch a replay and maybe the contact wasn't even present. So in the same way, please not touch me, I don't touch you. Also when I'm vulnerable, and also when you are vulnerable, and also when we fight equally. That's the attitude. This is the precision, as I said in the 5,000 times in this video. Watch the lights, either this middle one, either this right one. All already appeared. I actually initiated this particular solution. Now, because it's not good to use front brakes when you are at a lean angle. Here you can see before I was here, the bicycle is leaned. I'm going that way, so if I push the brake hard or somehow, the front wheel can just slip and it's a low side. In this case, I actually make the bike